than more about the vision of She Believed. And if you could just share, what was the inspiration? How did this all begin?
Thank you very much, John. Thank you for taking that time to learn about SheBelieved and for helping us, be into our community more. SheBelieved was birthed in 2021, but the inspiration came in 2017. So I was pregnant with this vision throughout. The vision came out of my personal struggles in life. I went through a very rough path, 2016, 2017, and in the midst of that struggle, God spoke to me. And I didn't believe it because of what I was already going through. But fast forward into 2021, when I completed school, I graduated with a doctorate in nursing practice from Old Dominion University. I had plenty of time, so the vision came back. It was a reminder of this is what you're supposed to be doing. So at that point in time, I had no other reason to run away from it, because I was like Jonah, running away from the vision because I thought it was too big. So I spent time understanding clearly what it was that I was to do and who I was to do it for, and it became very clear that SheBelieved, or I was going to be forming a nonprofit organization that was to be for women and girls, to empower them. And when I researched more about women empowerment, I had no other choice than to say, yes, this is what I want to do. Because as a woman, like I said earlier, I've been through some things. I know women go through things and we don't easily share our stories, especially when they are dark. So I wanted to create, a safety net for women to be able to come and share information, gain information, connect with other women so that they can better empower themselves, which takes me to the vision of SheBelieved. The vision is to empower women and girls, connecting them to resources, sharing knowledge with them, helping them through the process of personal, professional development, and career and mentorship so that they can be economically sustainable in life.
And one of the things that you talked about is that God had always given you this vision. And as you were going for your doctorate at Old Dominion University, how was it that when you came to that decision, can you walk us through when you said, okay, it was time to finally step out of the boat and step into faith?
So when I graduated, I saw that, life became more clear to me. It's like I found purpose, right? I knew exactly what the purpose was. I had so much peace with the decision. And when it came to me setting up the organization, the help was just so easy for me to get. I didn't have no struggles. The resources were already available, so I didn't have any reason to say, no, I can't do this, because everything was right there for me. So usually when I know that God is in something with me is when He makes available the resources for me.
And being able to start this business you did in 2021, and especially in the height of the pandemic, that had to be quite a challenge as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a challenge, but again, I keep saying that the resources were already there. The only challenge that I really had, it was a personal challenge, and that is because I am also running two other businesses. I have a home health agency, and I have group homes. I have 3 group homes that I manage. So it wasn't more of financial resource for me, it was more of a time management challenge.
I mean, that's amazing. Now, are these group homes and other health agencies here within the Prince William County area?
Yes, sir. I have, where we're sitting right now, this is the home care. It's called All in All Home Care. Mm-hmm. And then the group home is called All in All Residential Services. We have a home in Stafford, Triangle, and Woodbridge.
And how are you without the time management? I know, like I say, it has to be quite a challenge to put everything, balance it all together. How do you do it?
I have been blessed to have found some people, my workers, who understand in my vision. That is the first thing I do. I spend a lot of time with the people that I work close to for them to understand who I am, where I'm going to, and what I need from them. So these people are the ones who help me to do all this. I know it seems like a lot, but once you have empowered people to do a job and you've given them the tools and the resources to do a job, they function to their best capacity.
And this is SheBelieved, because one of the things that you talk about on your website is that you empower young women. And you empower them by talking about their, to mentoring services, financial education. So can you kind of give us a more overview of what that looks like?
Right. So we have a program that has been designed especially for young girls. And with the young girls, what we're doing is we're teaching them personal development. What does it mean to be a girl? The enrollment starts from the age of 13. So, between the age of 13 to like 16, they're still trying to discover themselves. We have a self-discovery program teaching them, okay, how do you find your passion? How do you even know what you want to do in life? Career paths, starting those conversations. And then, when you go into the young adults, okay, how do you start managing yourself as a person? How do you start preparing for a career? How do you display yourself in a public space, right? How do you connect with other people professionally and respectfully? So those are the things that we do with the young girls.
And in a time where young women are inundated with so many different messages from social media, to their peer pressure, and so what SheBelieved, what it does is it brings a sense of identity, would you say, with these young women?
Yes, it does, and I'm not just doing it based on my knowledge, and because I know that I can't do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm able to impart a young girl, I believe God is going to help prepare that young girl's heart to be imparted. So in as much as we are providing, information to impart them, we are also, talking to them about God. It doesn't mean that they have to be Christians, but again, when that knowledge is shared, right, they have a better understanding of who they are. Again, it's about who you are and what you want to do and how you can live your best life.
And so for the women who participate, young girls who participate, is it that they come in and sign up, or how do they become a part of these programs?
Right. So if you go to our website, we have a login form. They go in there and complete their information. Once we get their information, we call them off an interview screen to make sure that they're appropriate for the service. And then during that interview process, we get to understand their needs and what they seek to get out of the program. And then we can connect them either to a mentor or whatever thing they are seeking to get out of the program.
And so far, since its inception in 2020, since it came from dream to vision to reality, how have things gone these last 2 years?
Things have been great. Things have been great. The last 2 years, I've been focusing more on creating awareness, supporting, connecting with other community leaders, other women leaders in the DMV area, just creating awareness and putting the name out there. Our goal is that, at least by this summer, we're going to have, these programs, on board. We're going to start having attendees that will be coming to our programs.
And for young women and for mothers and children who may struggle with helping a young daughter find that purpose, or a young adult who may be out in the world, where do you see as one of the biggest challenges today when it comes to reaching young women and helping them find that sense of purpose?
Speaking as a mother, right? Speaking as a mother, one of the biggest challenges is you not knowing your daughter, right? You have to know them based on where they are. And I tell people, your daughter or your child is not your friend. There have to be a clear distinction of who the parent is and who the child is. And when both parties have that understanding, then you're able to meet them halfway. You have to create a very safe environment for them to be able to come to you and talk to you about their challenges. When they become your friend, there are certain things they won't tell you because they don't really know the importance. They don't know that you are looking out for them, right? When they become your friend, it's like they omit certain things. When you become too, rigid or too strict on them, and then they become scared, they can't come to you to tell you those things. So as a parent, what I would encourage women to do is just to create that safe zone where the child understands their role as a child, the parent understands their role as a parent, the child understands that the parent is looking out for their own good, the parent wants the best for them, because I have not met a parent that does not want the best out of their child. Because my goal right now is for my daughter, for my son, to be better than me in life. And I just want to sit back and applaud them as they get better than me.
You have a strong sense of family, purpose, and community, and you're taking your testimony and now use it as an opportunity, not just in a nonprofit way, but also from something that you know is bigger than yourself. To what do you credit your values and inspiration in order to be able to operate from SheBelieved to own our home care? What do you attribute that to?
That's a very tough question, John. Again, I'm just going to go back to God because that is what I credit everything to, right? Because I feel like He created us. The Bible says He knew us when we were in our mother's womb.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like right now, what I'm doing is I am living the purpose that I was called for on planet Earth. Because after you've made it in life, you've gotten the education, you are financially stable. If you have not imparted another person, then you have not made purpose. That is how I see it. With all these things that I have right now, when I go places, sometimes everybody's looking at me, oh, you did all of that. Yes, I did all of that. But if I don't pass that on to somebody, then it's just a waste for me. So right now, my burning desire is to be able to impart as many women and many girls as I can possibly can for the rest of the days that I have on this life.
Talk to, for just a moment, that mother who may feel they're at their wit's end, the mother who says, I don't know what else to do. What would you say to that mother today?
Start doing something. Just that.
And with that, have you seen the changes that have taken place in some of the women that have been mentored here through your programs at SheBelieved? And what would you say that as far as their growth from entry to completion? What does that look like?
Phenomenal. I spoke at a women conference 2 weeks ago. It was a Christian-based women conference.
Yes.
And out of that conference, the feedback that I got, how people are making life-change decisions just based on what I spoke about and how I spoke about it, the ones that are going to school, the ones that want to lose weight, the ones that are thinking of, changing careers so they can be better. So we have been able to impact the lives of the women that has come through our program.
It's amazing. I mean, just being able to just hear as you're saying this and think of so many young women who, and older women as well, who really benefit from this wisdom that you had a chance to share. And so I would just say we bring it home with this. As you say, you have an expanded vision of what you want to do for this summer and what have you. Is there also, you share as far as how you want to take SheBelieved as far as going into different schools, different churches, different portions of it? Where do you see it going in the future?
I see SheBelieved become a nationally recognized organization. Currently, we are in the DMV area. Our goal in 2025 is to become global. So our events, our activities is what is going to carry us far. We are working hard right now to make sure we are getting to the middle schools, we are getting to the high schools. I'm connecting to faith-based communities. Wherever I hear there's a program, if they need someone to speak, I volunteer my time, and we just want to make sure that we carry women along, because I personally, as a woman, strongly believe that when women are empowered, when women have the knowledge, they disseminate that knowledge to their children, who then disseminate it to their community. Just imagine a community packed with everybody full of knowledge. It will be a great community, and by so doing, we are eradicating poverty. Because guess what? In the world today, women and children are less. They are less in terms of socio-economical status. It is not because they are less as a human being. It's just because they don't have the same access to information, knowledge, and resources as compared to men.
And say, Dr. Nkumbe, thank you so much. What you're sharing and what you're doing is the truth that will be a salt and light in this world. And so we definitely are thankful for what you're doing in this community and what you're getting ready to go through that as well.
Thank you.
And there's another question I have to ask, just as you brought that up. What would you say to the young woman, to the young girl who says, I'm struggling, I can't go to my mom, I can't go to my teacher, but I know I need to do something? What would you say to that young woman?
That is a very tough question. They can go to their mother. They can go to their teacher. Do they have a friend they can trust? A friend, not a friend that is going to, make the decision-making process difficult for them. Can they go to SheBelieved.org and log in there so that we can help them? Yes, they can.
Thank you. Thank you for being that example to women and what you're doing in the community.
Thank you so much.
We are honored.